Manager and everyone. My name is Bill Atherholt, standing in for Kara Caldwell. And I'm here tonight to award the 2018 Clifton Forge Main Street Volunteer of the Year Award to none other than Janet Spearman. She did not know.
She did not know, and she could have dressed up.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before I start, before I give the award, I want to share the extent of her volunteering in 2018. She was the volunteer coordinator for the annual Clifton Forge Heritage Day Festival. She obtained the services of between 80 and 90 volunteers and guided them throughout the 7-hour event, ensuring that the vendors, visitors, guests, chefs knew what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And that was a big job. Huge. She volunteered at the Historic Masonic Theater as an usher for events and served on several committees to raise funds for the theater. She served as a tour guide at the theater, providing guests with historic and informational tours. Janet volunteered for Lisa's Kitchen, preparing and serving meals for people in need in the community. She volunteered at the Clifton Forge Public Library as a friend of the library, conducting special events for the children. She was instrumental in planning and implementation of the John Hillert Super Sunday, S-O-U-P-E-R, Super Sunday event, which raised money for the Clifton Forge Food Bank. In addition, Janet is a master naturalist and volunteered at Dalford State Park, helping park personnel with their children's programs. Thank you, Janet, for all you did in 2018 and will do in 2019. Which says, presents to Janet Spearman, 2018 Volunteer of the Year, presented by Clifton Forge Main Street.
Very nice.
The floor is yours if you would like it.
I don't want it.
Thank you very much.
Volunteer of the Year at the Princess. Yeah, that's right.
I would just point out that Janet is a fairly recent resident for the last couple of years of our town. Came to us from, I believe, South Carolina.
Yes.
And got very involved very quickly, and we certainly appreciate that, and we'll take all of the people who are interested in being volunteers for each and every activity, and Janet will grab you if you're interested in being a volunteer. I know, because she's grabbed a couple of my grandsons in the process.
Yes. She'll grab you even if you're not interested in me. I'm Mott Atherholt, former president of Clifton Forge Main Street and active member of the board of directors there. And it is my privilege to present an award we give annually called the Storefront of the Year Award. And some years ago, our board of directors was sitting around discussing ways we might be able to stimulate business and building owners in the historic district to perhaps be more proactive about cleaning up the fronts of their buildings and making them a little more interesting to the public as they passed through town. And we came up with the idea of a competition, which we call the Storefront of the Year. We drew up a series of guidelines, which you have to read because it's been too long since we drew them up. And the guidelines for, or criteria for this award are exterior cleanliness, lighting, state of repair, and attractive seasonal displays. We then asked an off-board, totally disconnected individual in the community to serve as a volunteer anonymous judge. It's a deep, dark secret. I have no idea who it is. We change that judge annually because they don't like to do it more than once. And at the end of the year, we compile the criteria that they have on a score sheet, and that's how we select the Storefront of the Year Award. It has stimulated that competition, and if you walk through our town now, you will see that most everywhere we have wonderful seasonal decorations. There are lots of lighting in the windows. They're clean and sparkly. And so it's been a fun competition to watch it develop and take effect. So this year, I am very pleased to announce that the Alleghany Highlands Arts and Crafts Center is the recipient of the 2018 Storefront of the Year Award. And I'd like to ask Buddy Carter. Buddy, we got things all fixed up so you could have this to take back and hang. Betsy, come on up to hang in the Highlands Arts and Crafts Center. But while you're taking a look at that, I want to share with you a few things about Buddy. Buddy is totally in charge of the window displays at the Arts and Crafts Center. And if any of you walk up and down the streets regularly, you will see that they're constantly changing and very new and interesting things are happening in those windows. One of the things that's a big challenge, I'm sure, having done a little bit of window decorating, is there's so many different windows that he has to prepare. Am I right about that, Buddy?
Correct.
And in every one, he has different things all the time. The windows don't lend themselves to one large display. So I think that's an amazing challenge. Buddy, I don't know how many years you've been doing this, Buddy? Numbers.
5 or 6.
There you go. Buddy's also been a volunteer with the Arts and Crafts Center for more than 10 years, I believe.
Okay.
As well as lots of other places, I can tell you. So he may be a candidate next year for volunteer of the year. He served on the board of the Arts and Crafts Center for many years. And he also cashiers, handles the money that comes in when an item is sold, and helps set up the art exhibitions. So, Buddy, we proudly award you and the Arts and Crafts Center this framed picture of your store, the store, our store, and thank you very much for the hard work you've put into this. You're amazing.